live. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to another episode of Real Talk with your guy. I mean, your brother. I mean, your person. People, Tony Claude Gunner. I mean, people, we're back. We're back again. We're back again, people. Yeah, and of course, throughout this week that, I've had some form of break with work. I've been doing shows, and just yesterday, yeah, I had two shows. I was here in the afternoon. I gave you guys one show to just relax with during the day, and then in the tick of the night, I came up with another show. Me and Deji Spores with the Minority Report Reloaded. I mean, that legendary show. I mean, me and Deji Spores, yeah, have been doing that show for about we've been doing that show now for about, this is the fourth straight year we're actually, doing that show. And I mean, uh for the first two seasons we did that show consistently. In the third year, there were, lots of lots of times where we didn't have to converge together because Deji Sports was on the verge of building his own channel, and right now, I mean, he has floated his own channel and he's doing quite well down there, and so he doesn't really have much time. But I've had a talk with my brother because I want to get back. Big up to Hendon Guna, who just walked in. Hendon Guna, we have to talk. Merino is on the chopping block, and we have to talk. I mean, I know you have different ideas of how you want our midfield to look like, but bro, we have to talk. I mean, that's how serious I want this to be. But we'll come back to that, Hendon Guna, because the topic today is Merino. That's the topic for now. For 1 hour, we will have a clean, deep look, a deep dive into Merino and what we want him to do at Arsenal. But before then, I was just talking about Deji Spores, yeah. And so I had to talk to Deji Spores, and probably me and Deji Spores will be doing more consistent shows from now on. But to be at times when we can be able to make it happen. People, go down to my show yesterday night with Deji Spores. It was a big expose, and it's comic. It's a lot of laugh, a lot of football talk, and it's just good when you're talking to Deji Spores. That's my brother, people, and it's just good to just go and check out that first episode of the Minority Report, people. Hendon Gunner, I mean, you're the first one here, and Hendon Gunner says something. He says, I mean, of course, in my chat, I said something. Yeah, I'll start from there before I read up to what our brother Hendon Gunner, while we wait for other people to chime in. I said, people, listen to what I said. I said, we can't have Merino, the beast, Merino. Yeah, we can't have Merino tearing up nets in Europe. Yeah, people, listen to me again. Let's put this into perspective. Everyone who is coming in, yeah, join into the conversation. I want to hear what you have to say about Merino. Let's talk, yeah? We can't have Mikel Merino tearing up nets in Europe, and we, Arsenal fans, are here calling man a CDM, yeah? No, not having it. We have to talk. Pop and play, yeah? People, we have to have this conversation about Mikel the Beast Merino. We have to have a conversation. I'm not having it. Big up to Red Audi. Red Audi, when are we going to have our show, brother? When are we going to have our show? Maybe we'll do next week, man. Maybe we'll do next week or within this week. Let's see. Or we could do a total Premiership roundup on Sunday. We could do something like that. But big up to you, Red Audi. Red Audi, yeah. I mean, It's time we talk. I wanted to have a chat with the fans and with the people down here. And you just walked in, Hendon is down here. Hendon is already putting his stuff down there. I'll read everything so that we can actually dilate it and share perspectives. Red RD, how can we have MERINO, Mikel, the beast MERINO, tearing up Europe, scourging Europe with his goals, getting headers as goals, yeah? Smacking up this goalkeepers, yeah? Tearing up nets, being an active terror threat to these defenses, while we at Arsenal are looking for perspectives to get what midfield is scoring goals for us. We're looking for perspectives to scoring goals in our team when we have an active shooter, when we have an active terrorist down there terrorizing defenses in Europe, and man can't even use him in our team. I mean, just look at the general narratives of Arsenal fans here, what we've said about MERINO. We don't rate him. Many of the fan base, and you too inclusive, I mean, we don't rate MERINO. Is this now a case of a girlfriend that you've had or that you have, and you don't really pay attention to her? You don't think she's the flyest in the world. Yeah, you don't think she has everything that you think she should have in the modern day. Yeah, but men outside are looking at her and they like her and they think that she's one of the best out there. And it's crazy that you're having all these thoughts, yeah, about her, yeah, and you're not seeing the blessings that she carries as a lady. But other people, other men are seeing it. Other guys are seeing it. Other people are appreciating it. Yeah? And even more bigger boys than you are actually seeing it and appreciating it. The Spanish national team is more bigger than Arsenal, people. Yeah? With what they've won, people. They're bigger than Arsenal. Yeah? So if the bigger boys actually appreciate the girl, yeah, and they've built a certain team, not really around him, but they're making way for MERINO to actually be himself. They're actually making a way, the Röja I'm talking about. They're really creating a scenario where Mikel MERINO could actually get goals and play within his own confines and find his own way of getting goals. Find his own way of being in that conversation in that midfield. Finding his way of being himself in conversations, in being not just a confirmed CDM or not just being a traditional midfielder for the Spanish national team, but it's actually finding himself in advanced positions to give the Spanish national team a bit of an advantage out there. So just when this team slip on Spain, just when you sleep on Oyarzabal as the striker, I mean, Red RD, that's the pronunciation, isn't it? I mean, Red RD, I know you've actually struggled with the pronunciation of that striker, isn't it? Oyarzabal. Aces is just here. He says, I don't have the answers. Big up to you, the Aces. Aces, you that have the answers, tell us what you think about Mikel MERINO. Because when we as Arsenal fans have MERINO tearing up nets in Europe, yeah, being an active terror, yeah, in Europe, and we can't get him to regurgitate what he's doing for Spain in this Arsenal team. I find that worrying. I find that worrying. And the truth of the matter is that we as Arsenal fans, yeah, we don't appreciate what we have at times. I mean, let's just get that out there. I want to really see what Hendon Gunnar was saying, because you people know I respect Hendon Gunnar very much. It's part and parcel of my channel. Hens is also, a moderator on my channel. It says, good afternoon, Tony Claude, and all watching. Big up to you, Hendon Gunnar. Much respect to you. He says, MERINO scores goals because he gets the ball in the goal scoring areas. People listen. People listen. It's not me. People, it's Hendon Guna here we're talking about. It's not me, people. Yeah, if it's me, people would say I'm biased and all that. I like Merino and this is that. People, this is Hendon Guna just giving us perspective to it. Yeah, let's look at what he's saying. Yeah, it says Merino scores goals. Yeah, people, that's a fact. He's a goal scorer. He's a goal poacher. Anyone you want to call him, yeah, he is in that conversation. But let's continue with what Hendon Green is saying down here. He says, but he's getting the ball in goal scoring areas. He doesn't score loads of goals for Arsenal because no such balls get fed to him. Spain play more expansively. See, bro, I was having a big conversation just like this with my brother BBK Sports, yeah? And he was saying the same kind of thing you're talking about with the Spanish national team playing with the flying wings and of course playing expansive football with more mobile players in and around the midfield. And I hear that. But why can't we replicate the same kind of thing at Arsenal? We have Eze, people, yeah? He's a mobile player. We do have Declan Rice, yeah? 100 and something pound midfielder, yeah? People, we have Odegaard, is mobile, innit? Yeah? We have, who do we have again that's kind of like mobile and move the ball around here and there? Maybe we don't really have much movers of the ball, actually, to be very sincere with you. But again, we still have quality midfielders that can still try to at least imitate whatever the Spanish national team is doing. Because, people, we cannot have Mikel Merino scoring goals in Europe, bro. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. We cannot have Mikel Merino posting up goals, yeah, having this increased starts in GA, yeah, being a scotch in Europe. And down here, we're looking for goals. Down here, we're looking for ideas. Down here, we're struggling with Victor Gyökeres that is not poaching goals the way that we want him to poach goals. People, isn't it time? People, just listen to this sketch, yeah? Isn't it time that we start looking for perspectives of actually bringing Mikel Merino into the conversation, into this Arsenal midfield? Because whenever Mikel Arteta sets up that team with Mikel Merino, every Arsenal fan I know keeps saying, we're starting with 3 defensive midfielders. Bro, he's not a defensive midfielder, bro. Man is not a defensive midfielder. Bro is scoring these goals for Spain, is smashing things up, is literally advancing these balls into the opponent's area, bro. It's advancing the ball into more dangerous areas. And even himself is actually scoring goals himself. People, I looked at the perspectives, into the dynamics, into how that Spanish national team is just trying to get the best out of it. And I'm just wild with how Mikel Merino completely just leaves that midfield, people. He abandons that midfield. People, he's not really in that midfield at all. Man is in attacking positions. We can talk about the opposition they face, la-da-da, but you have to be a special kind of midfielder to get into those positions in the first place. So we cannot actually diminish what Mikel Merino is doing in Europe. We can't say it's luck, people. It's no more luck, bro. This is not luck no more. When you are scoring 6 goals, yeah, in 4 competitive, very, very serious games for Spain, for the La Röja, yeah, in 4 games. Bro, forget the assist, people. I'm not even looking at GA. Throw away the GA, yeah? I'm just looking at the G down here, the goals. Remove the A. I'm not looking at GA because if I look at the GA, people would say, okay, Tony is biased about Merino. People, throw away the assist is given at that a Spanish national team. Let's just talk about the goals that Merino is getting in the Spanish national team, people. Yeah? Why? I mean, and again, whenever Mikel Arteta sets up with this man in midfield, we Arsenal fans like to say, "Oh, it's a defensive midfield. Oh, we're starting with three defense." But why is he not a defensive midfielder in that Spanish national team? Why is he getting into advanced areas in that Spanish national team? Why? 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 Even at times, yeah, when Spain is even really maybe under sustained pressure for about 10 minutes from the opposing team, man still gets into advanced places. He gets into dangerous areas, is in and about within the enemy box. So why is man telling me that this guy is just it's just a CDM? I mean, that's a weak, very, very weak argument, bro. When man has actually proven that he could get goals, when man has actually proven he can actually get assists, bro, he can get at the end of assist. So why is this guy not even in the conversation at all? People, I find it hypocritical, number one, people, yeah? I find it highly hypocritical that Mikel Merino isn't in this conversation. People, no. I didn't say he should have a kingly right to our midfield. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if the Spanish national team is finding ways, yeah, multifarious ways, different options, yeah, different ways, yeah, to actually key Mikel Merino into the game, get him scoring goals, get him even into advanced situations, yeah? It's popping up in different positions. It's popping up everywhere. It's causing chaos everywhere. It's not a traditional CDM for them. People, then why isn't Arsenal tapping into that? Why do we Arsenal fans hate him? Why do we Arsenal fans not actually herald his name? He's not even talked about as a member of this football club, bro. It's not even in the conversation. I mean, this is what hurts me the most. Okay, good. People, let's get into the charts. We'll go into what he has won. Because, I mean, many Arsenal fans like saying, what has he won? I will tell you what he has won. I will tell you what he's won, people, because I'm not having it. And yesterday, after I saw those goals, people, I mean, I had it up to here, bro. There's nothing man can tell me again. Man is scoring goals. People, I mean, we as Arsenal fans, yeah, we can't say we want goals, yeah. We can't say we want to finish games, yeah. And then we literally see someone who could actually give us an edge in finishing these games, yeah, in getting us goals and getting us into advanced positions and causing chaos at the enemy box. And then we sniffing our nose. We like Merino, nice shit. No. With his record, with what he has done in Europe, bro, it deserves to be talked about. People know. I didn't say it gives him a one-way ticket to the Arsenal team, to that first 11. I said it should put him in the conversation. But the problem that I'm getting right now is that many Arsenal fans are not putting Mikel Merino in that conversation. It's not even talked about. And people, I find that distasteful. I find that horrible. And I find that disingenuous. It's very dishonest of us Arsenal fans that we're not even putting Mikel Merino into this spot, into these conversations. It's hard to take seeing Mikel Merino doing what he's doing for the Spanish national team, and we out here looking for someone to finish up games. And if he comes on, we say, oh, another defensive midfielder. People, cut that shit out. Cut that shit out. Man is not a defensive midfielder, bro. He is not a defensive midfielder. I don't care what you guys are talking about. Yeah? I mean, let's throw that all away. Let's get that off. Man is not a CDM. Yeah? He's not a CDM. If man is getting goals, if man is getting into advanced positions, bro, he's not a CDM. So talk about whatever you like, people, yeah? We are not doing this today, but I'll take perspectives from you guys. Let's see what's in the chat. People, I mean, I want to learn more, yeah, people. I want to learn more. Big up to, Olajide Odowa is in the house. My guy. And he says, Keep doing your thing. Peace. Gido Olua, I mean, I know I ought to have talked to you, but bro, I've been so busy, man. But we'll get that conversation soon. And he says, for Arsenal, because no such balls get fed to him. Spain player more expansive. Okay, let's see what he also says here. Hendon Gun I'm talking about. He also says here, also in the World Cup qualifying matches, there are more space and time on the ball for a lot of players. Spain exploit this spaces wonderfully. I hear you, but Arsenal is usually that team that is always with the ball. We always have a superior ball possession. So those space, I mean, we can talk about space all we want. I hear you, it's relative, yeah? But when you have the possession, the way that the Spanish national team always do, in terms of when they control the game and they always create spaces. I mean, spaces are always expansive. I completely get that, but they're always with the ball. Ball possession is always controlled by them. In most of the matches we've had this season, yeah, apart from the game against probably maybe Newcastle and maybe the game against Liverpool, which was kind of like probably maybe 50-50 in a way. Arsenal have always had the ball possession. We've always had a much expansive space to actually exploit. So why aren't we using Mikel Merino, in this conversation, in those, in those cases where we have more of the ball, we have more of the ball possession, we can create more spaces and he could roam around into more advanced spaces and do his thing. And again, Mikel Merino as a player per se, yeah? Mikel Merino as a player he's not really a player that naturally exploits spaces. I mean, let's get into that conversation, and Guna. I mean, you're talking about spaces, la da dee, la da da. I hear you, but if you watch Mikel Merino, he's not really that kind of player that actually needs much space to actually do what he wants to do. He's that kind of player that thrives in spite of space. So if he has lots of space to actually work with and exploit, good. If he doesn't have that space to exploit in terms of in tight pocket spaces to exploit in this tightly knit defenses, he can still excel. In the goals he scored against Bulgaria in that Spanish national team, he was boxed in. Most of those goals, he was boxed in. If you look at the goals he scored for Spain in this World Cup qualifying matches, they are all goals that he was totally boxed in. They have up to 1, 2, 3, 4 players marking him in the box. He just limps up, definitely, of course. He's a monster aerially. I mean, this is one thing I told many Arsenal fans, but they shrugged it off. They shrugged because you don't want to see what Mikel Merino is. Yeah? He's totally a beast when it comes to aerial duels, yeah. So when he leaps up, yeah, he towers above many of all these defenders because he's 6 foot plus. He has that balance aerially in the air, and he can literally harm defenders. He's a terroristic threat to these defenses in Europe. So there is no one that can actually tell me that Mikel Merino isn't that kind of player that can also thrive in tightly knit defenses where there aren't many expanse of space to literally operate. Actually, he thrives with stifling of spaces. He's that kind of guy that could conjure something out of nothing, even without space. I mean, I've seen midfielders, yeah, that tend to try to score goals, but they need expansive space to actually do something like that. Someone like Declan Rice isn't someone that thrives when spaces are being stifled. Most of his goals are scored with expansive space, in and around him. When he put that goal against West Ham, he had lots of space. It's not like 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders were all around him. No, he had space. Mikel Merino is that kind of guy that could get goals in respect of space. He can get goals in respect of space. So why is Arsenal not exploiting the situation? Why are we leaving man scoring goals for La Röja And we need goals at Arsenal. We need goals at Arsenal, bro. And this man is not even in the conversation. And even if Mikel Arteta brings him into our midfield, we all complain, we all shout, oh, he's a defensive midfielder, bro. I mean, we should start putting context to all these things here, people, because I mean, when I watched it yesterday, I was really hurt because when I see Arsenal fans, yeah, I mean, he's getting these goals and no one is actually talking about him. No one is looking at him as a beast. I bet you, if Gyökeres scored a goal against Kosovo, I mean, people, Gyökeres can't even score goals against Kosovo, people. Forget about Arsenal now, yeah? Forget about, it doesn't have someone who is literally there to actually send through balls down to him, to actually get him, get balls to him so he could get in beyond defenders. I hear you. Throw away that conversation about Gyökeres on an Arsenal shirt. What about in a Swedish shirt? Man is not even scoring goals against Kosovo. But I've seen Mikel Merino in hard games, people. In hard games this season, people, getting goals, scoring goals. And yesterday just tipped me off, bro. Yesterday tipped me off. Man is scoring. Man is not a defensive midfielder. I mean, anyone that says he's a defensive midfielder, you're lying. You're a big liar if you're saying that Mikel Merino is a defense. You're lying. You're a big liar. You're a big liar, bro. Don't lie to us. Man is not a defensive midfielder, bro. He is not bro. Are you guys seeing what he's doing, bro? Unless you, man, are just watching the Premiership and you're not watching the Spanish national team, bro. Bro, I could literally count how many times, yeah. I mean, I just sat back, people, yeah. I sat back and I just took a look. I just took a pip. Just a pip. I'll come back to your charts, people. I just took a pip, yeah, at what Merino is literally doing. Is he really a CDM, as these people make us to think? As our Arsenal fan base make us to think that he's really a CDM, yeah? And I looked at this man, yeah. I could literally count how many times he was in that CDM role, people. Man wasn't there. I mean, of course, Zubimendi plays that role, yeah. But I mean, I was actually looking at it like, okay, is it that Spain uses him in a double pivot in that role, in that CDM role, or they play him in a more advanced role? And the answer is Zubimendi sits back while Merino is being played in a more advanced role. This is the thing. So why are man actually telling us that this man is a CDM when you know the truth that man is not a CDM? Man is a shooter. Man is an attacking, full-fledged attacking midfielder for Spain, people. Let's call a spade a spade. Zubimendi is the CDM. Let's call a spade, people. Yeah? He is the CDM. Zubimendi is the CDM. Mikel Merino is a full-fledged attacking midfielder for the Spanish national team. I was actually trying to look at, I was trying to see it, yeah, maybe, just maybe, if Merino and Zubimendi are actually interchanging within those spaces as CDMs or something like that, and then maybe we do the same thing, maybe they're doing the same thing that Arsenal does, where we would have to allow Zubimendi play in that CDM role and allow Declan Rice go into more advanced spaces. But the answer is no. Zubimendi is more defensive in that Spanish national team than he even is in, at Arsenal. And there's no interchangeability in that Spanish national team when it comes to Merino's role and Zubimendi's role. Zubimendi is always in that CDM role. He's always there. He's the one protecting the back four. I mean, it gets into certain spots at the same time. I mean, I get that because they're always with the ball. There's a large expanse of space. Mostly when Spain is playing, they lack control on the ball. I hear you. When you're in control, you can literally get into advanced spaces. I completely get that. But he's the number one defensive midfielder down there at Spain. Apart from, of course, Rodri. But Rodri's not playing in it. He's injured, right? So, I mean, we have to look at this, people. But again, let's go into what mans are saying. Big up to Gunner for life, yeah. Big up to you, my guy. Big up to you, my guy. And of course, and then Gunner says, Red Audi says, big up my bro. Yeah, big up to you, Red Audi. Ateta Ball does not allow for many chances to be made. The way Spain play is chalk and cheese by comparison to Ateta Ball. I mean, I hear you. I hear you. I mean, people. It all falls back. I mean, it all boils back to the manager, innit? It all boils back to his system and how he plays at Arsenal, innit? So, no matter how Arsenal fans talk about this thing like, oh, Mika Merino's a defensive midfielder, it all boils back to the manager. It dates back to the manager and how he uses him, and in this team. Yeah, it all boils back to the manager. Mikel Arteta isn't really exploiting Mikel Merino. He's not exploiting Mikel Merino, people. He's not. He's not. He's not. He's not. Yeah. And again, it's not like Man, yeah, hasn't won trophies or something like that, yeah, people, yeah. I mean, is a full-fledged member of the La Röja, and he got there by merit, people. Yeah? Is a one-time European champion, people. 2024 European champion. How about that? Because people like talking about, oh, what has he won? What's his pedigree? Look at what he has won. Yeah? One European championship. Yeah? How about that? 2024 for the Spain national team. One German Cup winner with Borussia Dortmund in 2016-2017 season. People, man is a winner. Yeah? UEFA Nations League winner 2023 with the Spanish national team. People, how about that? Yeah? People, one-time Spanish Cup winner with Real Sociedad. People, Spanish Cup winner. People, yeah? 2019-2020 season. How about that, people? Yeah? How about that for winning, people? Yeah? One-time European winner, under 21 champion, people. Mikel Merino, 2019. Let that sink in. Yeah? One-time European winner, champion winner, under 19 champion, with the Spain under 19 championships in 2015, people. Let that sink in. Let that sink in, people. Just let it simmer first. Yeah? Because people are arguing, is he a winner? Is he a winner? Yeah? He got the second place medal at the Olympics with the Spanish Olympic team, people. He's decorated, people. Whether we like it or not. Man has won trophies, bro. Man has won trophies, people. Man has won trophies. So what are we talking about? Because people would like to say he's not a winner. What do you mean by he's not a winner? Mikel Merino is a winner. So Arteta Ball does not allow for many chances. I mean, I hear you. Next Monday, G, yeah, should be next one. Yeah, next Monday we can do something, bro. We can do something. Of course, who else? Pop 10. Okay, Red Audi says something here. Red Audi said, I still think we should be utilizing Merino for impact off the bench. I mean, I hear you off the bench, yeah. I hear you, but he has to start some games too, bro. Man has to start some games too. I mean, we can talk about who have to let go in that midfield. I hear you, but man has to start some games, and that's why I'm all open for rotation in this midfield. I'm not all up for like a static midfield because you would. I mean, we have to come to terms with the fact that we have to rotate because we don't want the same thing that happened to Martin Odegaard to happen to you know, the best midfielders that could actually start games for us. If I'm to say, I would like Zubimendi to start in our midfield. I would like Rice to also start in our midfield. And I would also like Eze to play in that number 10 position that Odegaard plays in. However, I would not just sit back and say that this midfield should start every game, people. I would not sit back and say that that midfield should start every game in the Premier League. I wouldn't say that that midfield should start every game in the Champions League. No, we should actually rotate it. And Merino should actually be put also down there to have his own share. Let's see what he can do, people. Big ups to True Copite Red. Big up to you, Jordan. Jordan, how you doing? Did you change? Did you change your channel? Big up to you, man. Jordan, how are you doing? Martin says Vale. Big ups to you, man. And of course, Hendon says Merino does not walk in the Arteta system and in the Premier League. Oh, Hendon, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Man, don't appreciate Merino. We don't appreciate Merino, people. Hence, what he's doing in the Spain national team doesn't really emotionally touch you in any way. It doesn't affect you emotionally in any way. That Merino is turning up in Spain and man is not banging for Arsenal. I mean, it doesn't affect you in any way. I mean, it affects me because at times where we need goals to actually finish up games, when we need perspectives, when our attacking is totally dead and moribund, mostly right now where Gyökeres isn't firing all cylinders, where we're bereft of ideas in attacking positions most times. I mean, none of the time that, you know, we need to just maybe, yeah, people. I'm not saying they should replace Gyökeres, people. Don't misquote me, people, yeah. I'm not saying hack off Gyökeres. I'm saying, why don't we give Mikel Merino a chance? Why must Gyökeres play the whole 90 minutes? Why must Gyökeres play the whole 90 minutes, people? Yeah? Why must Gyökeres play the whole 90 minutes? I mean, I hear you. I hear you if you want your I mean, the striker you just brought in, you know, in the summer to actually bang, to actually gain match confidence. But people, yeah, 65 minutes is enough for Gyökeres. If he doesn't score, you hack him off, bro. How about that, people? Yeah, because see, people, yeah, we need to make our number now. We need to make our attacking positions competitive enough. Competitive, people, yeah. This is what we were crying about. Season in, season out. Competition for places. And if we just allow Gyökeres to just sit down there and stay to the end of the match, no, it's not, no. We're not having that. No, we're not having that. No. This should be an all-encompassing team. And I hate it that Merino, who is having all this space, who's tearing up this net in Europe, I mean, it's not being talked about at all by Arsenal fans. I mean, see, people here, in contrary, Arsenal fans hate this guy. They don't like him. I mean, many Arsenal fans, they hate this guy. They don't like him. They don't want him near our first 11. They don't want him even playing in that midfield at all. And people, yeah, it's not like I just want to fight for justice or justice for this or justice for that. But literally, yeah, I hate seeing people that ought to get chances in the team completely left out there to dry. Completely left out there for their skill set to just die off. While we keep managing with people who can't get us ahead. People, I'm not saying that Gyökeres won't find its form. I'm not saying that Gyökeres doesn't have the skill set to actually score goals. Actually, Gyökeres is actually doing more work in that team. Many times this season, I've seen Gyökeres being surrounded by 2-3 defenders, even 4 at times. I've seen 3-4 defenders actually literally mounting guard, yeah, on Victor Gyökeres. I hear that. Man is like a battering ram in that Arsenal number 9. And in fact, if you check it these days, yeah, I mean, the number 9 is actually a dead position. I mean, when we're talking about this number 9 position, yeah, it's only certain classy strikers that can be able to actually just completely bang in the Premier League, yeah, innit? Yeah, I mean, the likes of Haaland and all this, yeah, you know, that could actually use their individual argument to actually get goals in that number 9 slot, yeah. But I mean, that number 9 slot, it's kind of like a dying breed in it. Big up to you, Gojo. Big up to you, Mark. Mark says something. Mark says, big up, Tony. I think Gyökeres can hold the bench next game. I mean, people, I mean, Mark, see, Mark, this is why I respect you, Mark, yeah. I mean, we need to have perspectives. I want that number 9 position to be a competitive position. I don't want it to just be a position where we say, oh, we just have someone who we knew, who banged in Europe, we brought him and we're keeping him there, whether he scores or not. No, I'm not having that. I'm not having that. When we have MERINO who's scoring goals, no, we're not doing that. We need to have perspectives. We need to have competition for places. And if we're talking about competition for places with Bukayo Saka's space, if we're talking about competition for places with our center backs, with our center halves, and our left backs and our right backs, people, yeah. If we have competition for places in these spaces, then why can't we have competition for places in that number 9 slot? It doesn't belong to Gyökeres, people. Yeah, if he's not scoring goals, get hacked off in the 60th minute or 65th minute and bring in someone who can actually, bang. And people, I have an idea. How about Miguel MERINO, people? Yeah, 6 goals. People, I don't want to talk about his GA. I only want to talk about his goals. Remove his assists, people. Yeah. How can we have Miguel MERINO on 6 goals in 4 games for Spain, just in 4 games, yeah? Just in this internationals, people. Yeah? 6 goals. And we out here looking for someone to bang in goals for us, and Gyökeres is not showing up to the park, people. What are we talking about? And we have someone who's scoring goals. Oh, no. I'm not having it. Gyökeres cannot just have a kingly right to just walk into this Arsenal team untouched, yeah, and no competition whatsoever. No, I'm not having that. I mean, see, Arsenal fans here, let's not be disingenuous. Let's not be dishonest with ourselves. Sometimes let's put perspectives into these things. I like Gyökeres. I want that Gyökeres here. But man needs to acclimatize with how the Premiership really is right now. He has no kingly right to that position. Even if I do think he's actually swimming with the sharks in that position, it's not really like it's really bad or something like that. It's just that he needs time to acclimatize. And again, people, we have to micromanage this team in a way that we don't need injuries to our important players. Whether we like it or not, Gyökeres is one of our most important players. But if he's not in positions where he could get goals, yeah, let's replace him with someone who is red hot in Europe, who is scoring goals in Europe, who is not a CDM, because Arsenal fans like saying he's a CDM. I'm sorry, Arsenal fans. Man is not a defensive midfielder. People, don't do this. Arsenal fans, don't do this. Don't do this. Mikel Merino is not a defensive midfielder, bro. Don't do this. He's not. He doesn't play in the CDM for the Spanish national team. We can talk all about Real Sociedad and what he plays down there when he played down there, people. Throw that all away. It doesn't matter. What matters right now is that man is banging in goals, is playing in advanced position for Spain, and is doing well. And we have a striker in Gyökeres that's not firing on all cylinders. I'm not saying replace him. I'm not saying replace him with Merino. I'm saying give certain chances to Merino up front, people. We don't have any striker right now, innit? People, we don't have any other striker right now. Make this make sense. And our manager is very, very stubborn that he doesn't want to even. Personally, I would have said, okay, why don't you tweak the system just a little bit and allow Gabriel Martinelli to actually play in that number 9 position? Yeah. But the fact there is that our dumb manager, yeah, people, big up to Theo Lanhammer. He says, I like Arsenal. Big up to you, Theo. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. This is an Arsenal channel. And of course, let your voice be heard, Mr. Theo. Big up to you. Gojo is down here. Big up to says hello. Ace say something. Frotetta is still waiting for Donkey Kai Havertz to be match fit. Then he will drop Gyökeres. I hear you. But while we're still, dancing about with this Kai Havertz issue, yeah, I think Kai Havertz should be sold by January. I think he should leave the team right now. We need a more potent a striker to come in and around and come and be that competitive edge for Gyökeres to actually, just put a little bit of a pressure on Gyökeres. It's too relaxed. People, Theo, Aces, Gojo, Hendon Guna, yeah. I saw people, Gyökeres, yeah, play against Kosovo. People, Gyökeres goal scoring drought for Arsenal might still continue even after that Fulham game. I'm sorry to break that down for you guys, yeah. Gyökeres is actually struggling, people. He is struggling. Man is struggling, people. I looked at that, bro. Man can't even score against Kosovo. People, I'm not slagging him off. I'm just saying that Gyökeres isn't on form. He's not on form at all. He's not on form. Gyökeres is not on form. It looks completely drab. Man is running helter-skelter. He's not, he gets into positions here and there, but man has lost his touch. He's lost his goal-scoring touch. Even Theo is saying it down here. Big up to Theo. Gyökeres was not good versus Kosovo. People, am I the only one seeing this, people? But we have we have a certain guy called Mikel Merino, whom you all hate. You don't like him. You hate him. You don't want him to be there. People, if Gyökeres is not scoring goals, what's bad if we hack him off in the 65th minute and bring in a Merino who is red hot in Europe, tearing nets out there, yeah? And you don't want him to have a chance in this team. You want to slag him off. You want to critique him. You don't like him. You hate him. You don't think he's good enough. You only think he's good enough for the Spanish national team. No, no, bro, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. And Arteta, please, yeah, we need Merino to play more. If you need to tweak the whole system, Arteta, tweak the whole system. I don't care, yeah? Tweak the whole system. Find a way to make Merino work in this team because, I mean, Arsenal is becoming a little bit more predictable, people. Don't you think so? We're becoming so predictable in the way we play, in how we arrange ourselves, even in the way Victor Gyökeres is playing. It's very, very, very predictable. We know the whole thing that's going to happen. It's going to be a battering ram to this oppositional center halves. Yeah, he's going to be holding up play. He's going to be helping up in the build-up play. He's going to be trying to be running the channels and doing all that rigmarole. And he's not at the end of it. We need our striker to be in at the end of situations, at the end of the build-up that he built up in the first place. We need our striker down there. And if man is not there, if man is doing all these things here, I'm sorry, man. We need someone competitive to actually come in and actually aid him and actually help him out, bro. He needs help, people. And that help can come in form of competitiveness. That's that competitive edge that Merino can bring to this team. We have my guy, Gunner for Life 82. He says, Arteta already ruining Gyökeres. I mean, people. Yeah, he's ruined. One saying this, I mean, it's Gunners for Life 82 that brought that into perspective. But bro, you know I'm fearless. You know I say as it is. I say as it is. I'm not like all these podcasters that care about their money and all these content creators that care about what the fan base would say. This is that, care about their money or care about views. I don't care about all that. YouTube is not how I feed. I feed through other means. I'm a referee. I'm a teacher. I do other things. Yeah, people. Yeah, I'm a floorball referee. Probably would be a futsal referee too. So I don't need YouTube to feed people. So I can literally say the truth, people. Yeah, and the truth is that Mikel Merino should be in these conversations. Number one. And Mikel Arteta doesn't know how to use him. This is fact, pure fact. We have a manager who can't use these players. Gyökeres, just the way that Gunners for Life 82 have just said, yeah, is being ruined by this manager. Bro, I actually was watching that Kosovo game, yeah, for like 15 minutes. And people, I couldn't just really... I couldn't just recognize Victor Gyökeres. I was like, is this Gyökeres, yeah, that was lighting up Europe just last season, people? Man is drab. Man is drab, bro. Man is drab. Man is clutching. Man is fighting, bro. And this whole thing all started, yeah, people, yeah, from Arsenal. He started struggling from Arsenal, people. He started struggling from Arsenal, people. He did not even actually have a good preseason. And people would say, oh, it doesn't mean he ought to still bang. Mikel Arteta dragged that striker signing for far too long, and man didn't even have the... it didn't have the pace to start with first. It didn't have the fitness levels. Man was just thrust into this number 9 position, bro. Just like that, bro. No competition, no match sharpness, no match fitness, nothing. You just push the man there to go be in that number 9 and you starve him off. You starve him off. Same thing with Merino. He's banking in goals to the Spanish national team, but yet Mikel Arteta finds it hard to actually use Merino to get something. We're struggling to get goals in this team. Why? Why must we struggle in everything when we have everything all laid down? We have Merino scoring goals. We can't use him in this team. Bro, I mean, Arteta, please fix up, bro. Fix up, bro. Arteta, fix up. You are the main problem. Arteta, you are the main issues. You are the main problem we're having in this team, Arteta. And even if I do think we have a team that could mount a title challenge this season and actually win, Mikel Arteta is still that big doubt that I have. He's still that guy that will turn up with a lineup that just completely, I mean, just doesn't make sense. He is the guy that would play players in positions that you can't actually get can't get anything out of the players at all. At all. And it hurts me seeing the Spanish national team get these players working and we can't even use them. We can't use Merino. We can't use him to get goals the way the Spanish national team is using him to get goals. And shout out to Eze, lovely goal, in the qualifying World Cup qualifiers against Latvia. Man just had to go from the left and just got in just a little bit with enough trickery, enough guile, and man just shoots the ball. Yeah, but Mikel Arteta would keep that man on the bench. I mean, just make this make sense. I mean, people, make this make sense. I mean, Arteta has to fix up, bro. Arteta has to fix up. There's a whole lot of holes, a whole lot of questions. Yeah? Yeah? You bring in the most prolific striker in Europe for the past 2 seasons, yeah? Who's been tearing up Europe in Gyökeres, and man can bang at Arsenal. We have Merino who's scoring. Bro, it's GA for Spain, people. I mean, it's out of the roof when you think he's a defensive midfielder, as people talk about. Yeah? And Mikel Arteta can't even make this guy work in this Arsenal team. But look at Tuchel, people. Tuchel is getting Morgan to score goals. He's getting Eze to actually just casually score goals. Tuchel is getting Saka to just score goals easily. I mean, like a piece of paper. He's making Bowen look like, like prime. I mean, people, yeah. I mean, see, yeah, the denominating factor, yeah, that will cause Arsenal doom this season, yeah, is Mikel Arteta. That is the factor that might literally cost Arsenal winning this league and winning nothing at the end of the season. Man should understand several ways on how to utilize Mikel Merino in this team. Yeah? Sometimes, because, and again, we are too predictable as a team. You could play Merino as a supporting striker in behind Victor Gyökeres. Just tweak things just a little bit. I mean, just tweak things a little bit. It doesn't have to be for a long run. It could just be tweaked. Just a little bit. Let's get perspectives. Yeah? Mikel Merino could play in behind the striker. And let's see what happens. Just tweak things just a little bit. Mikel Arteta, how about changing, how about switching your plans? Just a little bit. So that we can get perspectives into why someone like a Merino will be scoring goals in Spain and is not getting it done at Arsenal. Why is Victor Gyökeres not getting goals for Arsenal? We need to start asking these questions because people look at Vert, yeah, people, yeah, brought in from Bayer Leverkusen. Look decent, look okay. I mean, he plays for Germany, he's looking good. But man is in Liverpool struggling, bro. Man is in Liverpool struggling, bro. We all know what he's all. I mean, it's all about slot. It's slot. Slot is the problem with him, bro. He can't manage with that system, bro. It's the same thing with Arsenal, bro. These players are not getting the best out of them. We can't get the best out of the players because of the manager, bro. The manager is not just playing them in such a manner where we could get the best out of them. So Mikel Arteta is the bigger problem that is making MERINO not replicate what he's doing at the Spanish national team. Of course, my guy, Gunners for Life says, MERINO is not a DM in my opinion. Exactly, bro. Man is not a DM. Man is scoring goals. Man is scoring goals, bro. There is no way you tell me that guy is a defensive midfielder and is getting 6 goals, throwaway assist. I'm not even all about the assist. I'm even just all about the goals. Man is scoring 6 goals in competitive games for the Spanish national team in 4 games, bro. Are we drunk here, bro? Are we drunk? This is what MERINO is doing in Europe. I mean, if it was in Saudi Arabia, I mean, people, yeah, if MERINO was in Saudi Arabia and was doing these things, I would say, okay, it's in Saudi Arabia doing these things. There's a comma. It can't cut it in European teams. Bro, that's a lie. Man is doing it in Europe. It's causing this mayhem to European teams, people. It's causing this mayhem to European teams. It's not in America. Playing in the CONCACAF. No. Bro, it's literally doing these things to teams in Europe. So, Mikel Arteta, what's the excuse? Why are you not using... And people, yeah, I'm tired of hearing. I spoke to BBK Sports, my guy, my brother, yeah, about the use of MERINO in our team. And it was telling me that, oh, the Spanish national team, they're more expansive, they're playing a more flamboyant way, they're more silky, they move the ball around. People, bro, Arsenal move the ball around. Arsenal have more ball possession, bro. What are we talking about? We have £100 million in our midfield in Declan Rice. What are we talking about? We have the best midfield, probably. Yeah, we have the best midfield, probably in the league, bro. What are we talking about? Yeah, what are we doing, people? Why can't we use MERINO to the best of his abilities? Oh my days, bro. Bro, man, when I saw MERINO use his head to score those goals, yeah, in the World Cup qualifiers that they had the other day, I cried. It left a bitter taste in my mouth. I was like, what? Why are we not using this guy? What is, see, people, what is the mental block? Why won't a manager, yeah? You're a Spanish manager, Mikel Arteta. You're Spanish, yeah? You see how the manager, Fuente, yeah, is using is using MERINO in that Spanish national team. How about just replicating it? How about just trying? How about just throw away your own ideas for a bit? How about learning from the bigger guy who has actually won European competition? How about that, Mikel Arteta? Yeah, who has actually won something in Europe? Yeah, how about that? How about taking the lift out of the Spanish coach? How about learning something from him? How about tweaking the position you're using MERINO? How about MERINO playing in behind just behind the striker? How about giving him a free role? Yeah? How about giving him a free role in the team? Yeah? How about giving him a free role in the team? Yeah? How about hacking off Gyökeres in the 65th minute when he stinks up the place, when he doesn't get goals, yeah, and bringing MERINO to actually have a go. To actually have a go in that number 9 position, bro. Let's see if he could exploit space And again, the thing with Merino is that people are not seeing is he doesn't really need more space to actually exploit. He's someone that operates with tight spaces. I mean, I can count how many. I mean, if you look at the goal he scored against Newcastle, yeah, that was from I think that was from a cross from Declan Rice. But you can count how many Newcastle players were in and around him. I mean, because he's such an aerial monster, he just had to jump, and position his head in such a way that he was supposed to bank that goal into the net, and he did. He did. He doesn't need space to exploit them. He actually works in tight spaces. And I saw the goal that he scored in the World Cup qualifiers with his head. Players were all around him. He's an aerial monster. He uses his leg to score. He's more with his head. But this guy is a monster. Why are we not using this guy? So, Mikel Arteta, I want to see those changes being ranked. Yeah? Either in midfield, and it could actually literally be, it could be a false nine, people. I see him more in that false nine situation, but Mikel Arteta he should be able to just tweak just tweak his formation just a little bit because we're becoming seriously just a little bit more predictable. I mean, people will be thinking, oh, okay, Gyökeres is going to turn out for Arsenal. We could just put maybe just 2 people to just kind of like just put a leash on Victor Gyökeres. Why go with that when you can actually allow someone like Merino to just pop up in different positions, yeah, and just completely throw the plans of the opponent into thin air, yeah, and allow them work on thin ice where we can have Merino just creep up on them, cause lots of chaos in that enemy box, hold off players. He's very strong. Aerially is good. Actually, right now, and I trust Merino aerially than Victor Gyökeres. To be very sincere with you, right now, you just need to see the stinker Gyökeres just dished out against Kosovo. No perspectives, no power, no guile, nothing. Just drab performance. Completely makes no sense, people. People will play Fulham this weekend. What are your predictions for the game against Fulham, people? Yeah. And of course, Gunnar for Life says Arteta is so shameless. He actually takes credit for how good Merino is for Spain. Spain is having a laugh. I mean, people, Arteta is a shameless manager, people. I mean, he has no class. He has no shame. I mean, he's a shameful manager, because we're seeing what Merino is doing for Spain, but you're not replicating it as a manager, and you're taking the whole blessings for yourself. Arteta, you're a shameless. You're a shameless manager, bro. You're shameless, bro. You're shameless. You're shameless, bro. How about you using Merino in the team and get him to score more goals in this Arsenal team than taking the blessings that you don't deserve? Because that Spanish national team have found ways to use Merino to get him to score goals and to be an engine room in that Spanish national team. Now, see, Spain doesn't even have to rely on Oyarzabal. They have their own in midfield. Yeah, in Merino. It just comes in, scores his goal. It's done. It's easy. No, it just does. It's so easy, people, with Merino in that Spanish national team. It just bruises in and bruises out. It gets into dangerous positions down there. It doesn't have to do anything much. It just causes chaos all around the box, people. Why are we not using him in that way, in that chaotic way, in our team at Arsenal? I had to fix up, bro. I had to fix up. And of course, Chio says, I think Arteta needs to sign Gakpo, bro. Gapco, really? I don't think Gapco. Bro, what we need is Semanyo, people. Semanyo. That's what we need in this team, people. We need Semanyo. With Semanyo, it opens a whole kind of worms in this Arsenal team, people. Because we'll literally see that Ateta has been stinking up the place with Trossard and Martinelli for years, people. And the problem is not even really based on this players coming on. It's based on if they come on, will Mikel Arteta use them to the best of their ability? So even if Semenyo comes into the team, big up to Monte, Manchester United fan, my brother. I mean, I worked with Monte a long time ago. When I was just starting in my channel, and Monte was one of those that actually gave me a chance out there, to get my thing out there. So big up to Monte. Monte, I always remember you, my brother, man. Big up to you, Monte. How's the family? How are you? I mean, you jumped into the show yesterday with Deji Spores. I mean, it was nice to have you down there. I mean, Deji Spores had words for you, but big up to you, Monty. Always respect for you in YouTube space. Absolute legend that you are, Monty. And of course, Tio says Vitinha. I mean, I like Vitinha, people. Yeah, I mean, we need that kind of mobile, kind of like midfielder that could get into pocket spaces, tear up defenses. I mean, just open up. I mean, and people, isn't there really a space for Vitinha in the team right now, people? Yeah, Odegaard stinking up the place with injuries, people. Are you people thinking in the same direction I'm thinking, people? Vitinha, yeah, people, in that number 10 spot. And you can still accommodate someone like Eze down the left-hand side, people. People, are you in this realm with me, people? Yeah? How about keeping Odegaard on the bench and bringing in someone like Vitinha to actually just do something in our midfield? People, how about that, people? How about Vitinha actually doing a job in midfield for us, people? Because to be very sincere with you, I think this fairy tale story with Odegaard is coming to an end. And the chickens, yet again, have come to roost again with Martin Odegaard. It doesn't matter how much Mikel Arteta refurbishes this captain. It doesn't matter how many times Mikel Arteta, I mean, just blesses him with the captaincy. It doesn't matter how much Mikel Arteta tries to push him to our face, try to force him down our throats. Yeah, people, the chickens will finally come to roast. And we as Arsenal fans can see, because we can see that Odegaard is finished, bro. Man is gone. Odegaard is finished, people. We need something different down there. How about going to go get someone different? Lucim Agome from Sevilla. Even, see, people, yeah, I need someone even more mobile, people. I mean, Vitinha, people. How about going to PSG and tempting them to give us Vitinha, people? How about tempting them to give us Vitinha? Because people, we cannot in any way keep accommodating this guy, Odegaard, in the middle of the park, people. We can't keep relying on him. Yeah, we have Waneri, but it seems like Mikel Arteta isn't really ready to keep using this guy, so we have a problem down there. We can talk about Max Dolman all we want, but we know Mikel Arteta would rather distribute him to the under 21s and the all these other youth teams. Yeah, he would rather give him to under 17, under 19 teams. Yeah, than to use him at Arsenal. So I mean, we can just just go and get someone more clinical in that number 10 area. Yeah, people. People, I'm about to go, but I just hope I've laid a case for Mikel Merino. Why don't we play him, Mikel Arteta, tweak the scenarios. Yeah, play him in behind a striker. You could actually, because we're now very predictable. Yeah, once people just get hold of Gyökeres, it also opens up. It's a blessing in disguise. Yeah, it could be our battering ram. Yeah, it could hold off the center halves. It could take a battering from the center halves. It could actually build a play. He could actually run through the channels and go through all these areas. But he's not at the end of the whole show. What's the need of doing all this kissing, all this licking, and doing all this stuff without without doing the main thing, without the intercourse itself? The intercourse itself, that's a goal. People, what's the need, of rolling all about, of holding up defenders? What's the need, people, of running through the channels and being a battering ram, for the centre halves and holding them off and participating in build-up play. And Gyökeres is not at the end of these chances. It completely makes no sense, people. Completely makes no sense. So, people, it is what it is, but at the same time, let's see what Arsenal does against Fulham this weekend. I'm yet to see Mikel Arteta's press conference. I think he should be doing it either today or tomorrow, probably. But let's see what happens. Let's know the players that are available. It will be very, very interesting to see the players that would be available this weekend. I was really thinking that Kai Havertz would be made available this weekend, but let's see what happens. Nkape is already confirmed, available for the matchup against Fulham. Madueke should definitely be back before the game or within the game around Tottenham Hotspur. So that's about in 2 weeks' time, 3 weeks' time. So, some players will come back from injury. This is the fact, yeah. Odegaard will be left out in the cold until mid November. People, let's just hope that these players don't get injured. Yeah, we just need to keep the fitness levels, keep it sustainable. The midfield I want to see come up in that game against Fulham. Easy, simple and easy. Yeah, let's bring in Rice, let's bring in Zubimendi, and of course, let's bring in Eze to be in that number 10 position. But this is the catch. Yeah, I would like Mikel Merino to come in the 60th minute if Gyökeres doesn't bang a goal or two. How about that? Within that time, I want Gyökeres to understand that he doesn't have any kingly right to that position, that he has to fight for his place in this team, that we didn't bring you down here to hold off center halves, be a battering ram, just run off the channels, build up play, hold up play to. No, that's not why you're in this football club. You're in this football club to bang in goals. And that's what I want to see if you agree to Gyökeres. So in no way, Victor Gyökeres, do you have a kingly right to that position? So I would like to see Mikel Arteta take the chance and bring in Mikel Merino, people. To be very sincere with you, I would even like to see Merino start that game in that number 9 slot, people. I mean, what are we doing here, people? Rather than stinking up the place with Gyökeres, I would like us to actually even start with Mikel Merino in that number 9 slot. This might be very, very controversial, but people, I think we need to tweak something in our team. We're so predictable in our team. These teams already know what to do. They already know who to attack. They already know who to hold off. And the usual suspect right now that's coming to be is Victor Gyökeres. We can talk about everything he does for the team. We can talk about everything he does for the team, people, yeah. But it remains that our attack is more predictable right now. And we need something different. We need something new, just to stare them off our main tactics here, and being that competitive edge. That's what we need. That's what we want. So I mean, Gunners for Life said 2-0 to the Arsenal. I'm predicting a 3-1 win. Actually, I think we'll win. I think we'll win, and I think Fulham. Actually, traditionally, going to Fulham to Craven Cottage is a very hard game. Yeah, in recent years, in recent seasons, but for any team, yeah, going down to the Cottage these days is a Herculean task. Yeah, people, but I think we can go there, and people are predicting a draw. Yeah, big ups to Mr. Theo Lenhammer. Big ups to you. How are you doing? He says he's back. Theo, can you predict, because I'm about going, can you predict the matchup on Saturday? What do you think is going to happen between Arsenal and Fulham? Mind you, we're playing away from home at Craven Cottage. So what's your prediction for that matchup at Theo Lanehammer? But as for me, I'm predicting a 3-1 win. Yeah, that's a big one, isn't it, Theo? That's a very, very big one, isn't it? It's a big one. So, people are already predicting, maybe a draw. Deji Sport says 1-0. He said 1-1. You can't dispute that fact because Arsenal have actually dropped points to Fulham away from home. So, you can't deny it. You can't deny at this point, innit? But again, it is what it is, people. It is what it is. So, Lanehammer, I'm waiting for your prediction for that game, people. I'm waiting. And again, I also said, you know what, yeah? Rather than stinking up the place with Gyökeres up front on Saturday, people, I am canvassing for that scenario where we can have Merino as a striker. Because you know what, yeah? In that game against Fulham, we are becoming more and more predictable as a team in attack. People, we are very predictable. Gyökeres is not giving us anything going up front. You can talk about his hold-up play. You can talk about him running the channels. You can talk about him building up play. You can talk about him holding up center halves. But that's not why we brought Gyökeres into this team. We brought man to bang in goals. And man is not banging in the goals. Let's get that correctly. Yeah, man wasn't brought here to hold up center halves. Man wasn't brought here to be a battering ram. Man wasn't brought here to run up the channels. Man wasn't brought here to build a play. Man was brought in here to bang in goals. That was what he was brought in here for. Yeah. So I think it's becoming more predictable with this Gyökeres thing. And again, whenever he plays, I'm seeing 2-3 men on him. So how would he score when he lacks the confidence and fitness levels to actually get us goals? This is where I'm more concerned with. These are the situations I'm more concerned with. So, in other words, why can't we switch things up and bring in Merino? Yeah? And place him in that number 9 position and tell him, bro, score goals. Let's just see what happens. But anyway, the best way to do that, yeah, is to allow Gyökeres to play for the first 60 minutes or 65 minutes. And then if he has no impact, and then you bring in a Merino. But I don't even trust Mikel Arteta to even do the basic things. Man is going to stink up the place like he always does. And of course, my brother Theo Lanehammer says down here, 2-1 to the Arsenal. Big ups to you, and thanks for that prediction. Gunners for Life says, I think we will have an easy win. And I don't think it will be easy. It's Craven Cottage. Mind you, Gunners for Life, we've gone down there and stank up the place before. In fact, many times, in recent seasons, yeah, where we've gone down to Craven Cottage and stank up the place. But we have a different team now. We have a team that can literally break a low blocks and get into more pocket spaces, and we can exploit that Fulham team that hasn't really looked imperious this season. So we can exploit lots of things from this Andres Silva team. So let's see what happens. But Gunners for Life says here, it says MERINO is a good plan B. Player, bring him on and change the tactics. It's simple like that. I mean, oh my God, Gunners for Life. It's simple, bro. It's simple, bro. Just tweak the formation, tweak the tactics, bro. I mean, Ateta, it's simple. Ateta, you don't need to do much. You just need to tweak something. Ateta never wanted Gyökeres as soon as Kai is fit, he will be benched. I agree, people. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the show. And I do agree with you, Gunners for Life. Unfortunately, that's the truth. He never wanted Gyökeres as his striker. No wonder he has been ruined, in this team. One of the most prolific strikers in Europe has come and become a total zombie at Arsenal Football Club, bro. It doesn't make sense at this point. And if going by whatever his performance was in that game against Kosovo, I think Arsenal fans will cry more with Gyökeres up front, because man is drained, bro. Man is drained. No confidence. Nothing is there. I mean, man is drained. Man is ruined. Man can't even score against Kosovo. And again, where I knew that this is heading to Hades, yeah, is when man couldn't score against West Ham. West Ham is the worst side defensively in the league, and Gyökeres couldn't score against them. That's where I knew that, we have a big problem here, people. A massive problem, bro. Massive problem, people. Massive one. People, I'll catch you guys on the next one. I will be down here on a show tomorrow, Thursday. I have a couple of games to referee tomorrow, but that's in the night, so I'll be here during the daytime, yeah? So I want to have a preview of the Fulham match with someone, but let's see if I'm going to be here. But on Friday, I have Cooper and Craig Matthews coming down here to have a show with me on Friday. So, people. And I also want to have, a call-in show, yeah, for you people, to come in. You could use your phone. I could just give you the links. You can use your phone and just pop in. Yeah, just pop in and let's have a chat. Yeah, in a call-in show probably tomorrow. So I'll have that call-in show. Let's have our say. Let's just talk things over. Yeah, let's talk things over. Big up to everyone who joined me down here. Big up to Tio, new subscriber. Big up to everyone. Monty Talks was down here. Gunners for Life, my new friend. Big up to you. Always giving me perspectives and different ways to look at stuff. Big up to you, Gunners for Life 82. I really appreciate it. And Gunners for Life 82 says something. It says, you play a Teta way or don't play at all at Ethan. Exactly. Gunners for Life 82 also says, great stream, Tony. Keep up the great work, brother. Anthony Herbert is down here. Anthony Herbert, my brother, is down here. Anthony Herbert, quick one before I go. What's your prediction for that matchup against Fulham at Craven Cottage? Note this, that we've had stanky times, yeah, at Craven Cottage. Tottenham GOAT, my brother, you were not here when I had a spat, a warfare, yeah, with Deji Sports, the Tottenham legend, down here on my channel yesterday night. Go watch that show, Tottenham GOAT. Tottenham Goat, you have a big game, yeah? Come on, man, Tottenham Goat. You have a big game against Aston Villa. That's a big game. Do you smash up Aston Villa, or what do you think? Big ups to Storm Steel, a new subscriber on my channel. Big up to you, man. You know, he says, big up, Tony. I just got home. What's good, bro? Oregon Gunner, I will be with Oregon Gunner this week after the matchup against Fulham. People, join me for that big one with Oregon Gunner. People, of course, you guys know Oregon Gunner, yeah? Apart from him being my brother, apart from Oregon being my friend, close confidant, Oregon Gunner, people, yeah? We'll be back. We'll be back again in that show, you know, on the Dahl and Claude show after that Fulham game, people, yeah? Dahl, I'm not having it. Merino has to be in the conversation. Oregon Gunner, I'm not having it. Merino has to be in that conversation because man can't be scoring goals for Spain. And we Arsenal fans are sniffing our nose and you know, just passing him over, bro. Bro, we're not having it. Yeah, and you know what, yeah, Oregon Gunner, I will be so hard on you on our show on Saturday after we win Fulham. Because, bro, we need to put some perspectives into this, bro. Gyökeres is not scoring goals, bro. How about Merino? How about Merino? How about actually putting him into spaces that can let us be more or less predictable to these teams and smash up some goals? How about that, bro? Because the way I'm saying Anthony Herbert, Storm Steel, how about bringing in Merino into the picture, bro? Because we can see people, yeah, this is one mistake I don't want anyone to actually have in this team. I don't want Victor Gyökeres to be thinking, yeah, that he could just walk into this Arsenal team and have a kingly right to that position. I don't want that. We're not doing that, people. I don't want that. Mikel Arteta is a big problem in this team, people. The manager is a big problem in this team. Is he too big to replicate what's really going on in that Spanish national team in the way they are using Mikel Merino? And people, don't tell me Merino is a defensive midfielder. Oregon Gunner, Merino is in that Spanish national team, and Zubimendi is a defensive midfielder, bro. You cannot tell me man is a defensive midfielder, bro. In fact, I want to put a cap on that now, people, yeah? Mikel Merino is not, people. Mikel Merino is not a defensive midfielder. If man is out here scoring 6 goals in 4 games for the Spanish national team, I don't want to hear you, man, chat about numbers. You, man, should not chat about numbers, bro. Because if man is getting 6 goals in competitive games for the Spanish national team, for the La Röja, people, I don't want to hear it, bro. I don't want to hear it. Yeah, and Mikel Arteta, it's all down to you. You're the cause of all these problems in this team. You're the one that's ruining Victor Gyökeres. You're actually ruining, and Mikel Arteta is taking the blessings away from the Spanish national team for what they've done, not what he has done, for what they've done with Mikel Merino. Yeah, you're taking the blessings away from the Spanish national team, and you're taking all the blessings. How about doing what the Spanish national team has done with Mikel Merino at Arsenal? So, see, people, yeah, I'm not even going to blame the fans no more. Mikel Arteta is to blame. He is the cause, he's the root cause of the whole problems that we have in this team, people, bro. How can Merino be scoring goals for Spain and we're dying to have finishes in this league, bro? He's the problem. Arteta is the problem, bro. Arteta is the problem. He is to blame because I'm not having it. I'm not having it that Merino is not in these conversations. I'm not having it. He has to be in these conversations, people. He has to be. Mikel Merino, bro, you can't tell me that man can't score for Arsenal, bro. You can't tell me that the Spanish national team is playing no. They have human beings down there, bro. They have human beings playing down there. We have one of the best midfields. We have one of the best defense. So why can't we get Mikel Merino scoring goals in this team, people? And again, you can't tell me it's not Mikel Arteta isn't the bigger problem, because we have Gyökeres. People, did you see how Gyökeres looked in that matchup against Kosovo? Man looks drained. Man has lost all his goal scoring abilities, bro. Man has lost everything, bro. Man doesn't even have the confidence to score goals no more because of this manager, bro. So we have a big problem. But instead of just dying with the problem, I'm someone that likes solutions. I want solutions. So if Gyökeres doesn't bang in the first 56 minutes, 60 minutes, take man off. Take man off. Bring in Merino where we could have a competitive edge. And again, see here, people, yeah. This is not a slag off for Gyökeres. I do understand the circumstances through which he's playing. I do know we have a shitty manager who's stubborn, who doesn't want to tweak his system, who doesn't want to, build the game around Victor Gyökeres and send, passes and feed him with lots of chances to be able to get on through to goal. I completely get that. But, people, yeah. We can't have Merino scoring goals for Spain and we're looking for attackers, bro. It doesn't make sense, bro. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, bro. It's scoring goals for fun. It's scoring goals even more than Oyarzabal, who is actually the striker for Spain in the Spanish national team, bro. What is this? Arteta wants to just destroy every fabric. Every shiny light. See, yeah, people, yeah. It hurts me, yeah. It hurts me, really, yeah. It hurts me, yeah, people, yeah. See, people, it hurts me, yeah, people, yeah, that Mikel has actually destroyed Gyökeres in just 7 games in the Premier League. This is a potent, active, potent striker in the whole of Europe. Mikel Arteta has damaged him. He's damaged people. I watched Gyökeres in that game against Kosovo. I can't recognize him. People, I can't recognize Gyökeres. Man is down. Completely low on confidence, bro. People, Gyökeres might not score up to 10 goals this season, bro. He might not score up to 10 goals this season, bro. I'm sorry. I said he was going to score 25 goals. People, might not score even up to, bro, man might not score up to 10 Premier League goals. I'm sorry, bro. If Arteta continues with this way, is playing this guy, yeah, man is not going to score up to 10 goals. Man is completely stinking up the place. I watched that game against Kosovo just to find perspectives to why I should dream on with Gyökeres, but bro, that's why I'm advocating for Merino to come in and help out. Maybe a little bit of, perspective, competition can help get him back to his best. Oregon Gunner says, Storm still, he doesn't score in red and white, bro. Our eyes don't deceive. That's true, bro. Oregon Gunner. Selkai, Gunners for Life 82 says it all here. It says Selkai and Jesus and by Ivan Toney in general. People, it's simple. People, it's simple. ABC, it's simple, bro. Go get Ivan Toney in January. How about that? Sell all these clowns we have in our team. Selkai have it. Sell all these clowns, yeah, that have managed to lich from our football club without giving us back what we need. Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, Kai. A little bit Kai. Yeah, in a way. Yeah, because I don't really blame him. I blame Arteta's system. Yeah, for not enabling him. I mean, look at Gyökeres. I mean, we could say anything we want about Kai Havertz. Yeah, but I mean, just the example is just look at Gyökeres, bro. No striker, people, no striker can comfortably thrive in an Arteta system. He sucks the life out of strikers. He sucks the life out of anyone that wants to be a striker. Unless you're in that number 9 position, and traditionally, you don't want to score goals traditionally. That you don't want to do what number 9s do. That, I mean, stay in the box and punch in goals. Yeah? If you don't want to do that, then, I mean, the system can work for you. Mikel Arteta has gotten Gyökeres, yeah? Running the channels, building up play, yeah? Holding off centre halves, yeah? And having hold up play, to the limit. And man can't even get to the end of the balls that are coming in. Because you can't be building up play, holding off centre halves, being a battering ram in this league, yeah, in the opposition box, and you're being expected to be in at the end of those chances. I mean, it's logical. You can't do that. It's not possible. Storm Steele said here, honestly, yeah, Arteta has always been the problem. I mean, it's fact, bro. Oregon Unit says Havertz will take Vic Sport when he comes back in January. I mean, it's clear to see. Oregon Unit says, give him 10 games, Tony. G4N was a better signing, not Arteta's. I mean, I hear you, bro. Tony, no one wants Kyle, just to be fair. Yeah, and that's why I said, what about Merino? Because we have Merino scoring goals. Why is he not being used in that position? Okay, good. I hear you if you don't want to use Merino as your number 9. Good. What about bringing him and putting him just in behind the striker? Tweak your system a little bit. Use 2 strikers for a change, bro. How about that? Good. If you don't want to use these people yet, how come Gyökeres? Use Martinelli in that number 9 spot and let Merino feed off him. Or trick the positions. Either let Martinelli be at the top or allow Merino be at the top and someone feed off him. How about just switching things up for a bit? That's all I'm asking. We're becoming more predictable. And even Victor Gyökeres, yeah, when he's out there being a battering ram for his defenders, yeah. I mean, holding off defenders, yeah, running through the channels. We've got him doing all these things, and man can't even score goals for us. Bro, it doesn't work. Arteta, it doesn't work in that way. Gyökeres wasn't built like that. It was built to get looked up balls and get through balls through the middle. If Sporting Lisbon can hack it, like my brother Oregon Gunner would say, if Sporting Lisbon midfielders, as my brother Oregon Gunner would say, if they can hack it through the middle and send balls to Victor Gyökeres, why can't our midfield replicate the same thing? I mean, it doesn't make sense right now. I'm so pissed seeing Mikel Merino score goals for Spain, and we're not using him efficiently in this team to score goals, bro. It literally hurts me, bro. And I'm not having it. Must Sports World, big up to Sports World, big up to Must Be. Please, people, subscribe to Must Sports World, subscribe to Oregon Gunner, my guy, my brother. And of course, must say something. It says, top of the table. And so funny, as you guys said, negative and no cojones Arteta when he started Merino. Now I'm saying play Merino because scoring so much Espana can't win, can he? I mean, see, Moss, I'm a guy of my own. Not many people are saying play Merino, but I'm just saying, let's put him into the conversations, people. And more sports world, if you listen to what I've always been saying, Axel Guna, I've always said, let's put Merino into perspective. I've always liked the guy because I think that guy aerially is one of the best players we have aerially, 6 foot plus. If you put that guy in the enemy box, that guy, and you cross him even up to 20 goals, that guy gets up to 12. He aerially is a beast, people. He can finish. Exactly, in sports world. He can finish. So I'm not totally sunk into this Gyökeres thing, yeah, because Arteta has got him doing other things, yeah, in the team that he's not just there at the end of it. I want someone to be there at the end of the action. And if Mikel Arteta doesn't want to tweak the whole situation, then why don't we just use Merino in a way? Let's bring him into the game. I'm tired of us looking at Merino as not a valid member of this team. People still critique him. People still look down on Merino. People still think he's a big top player. People still think that he can't score goals for Arsenal. People still think that he can't do nothing for us. But I think completely different. It's completely different. I think he can do all these things for Arsenal. Mikel Arteta is the stumbling block for Merino. That's why we're not using it. We're not using it to the way that the Spanish national team is using him to get goals. I mean, I just sat back and just watched Mikel Merino in that Spanish national team play, yeah, where he scored 2 goals in the last game. And I'm trying to look for why people are calling him a defensive midfielder, bro. I'm looking for reasons, because when Arteta actually puts him in our midfield, Arsenal fans are calling, oh, he's a defensive, bro. He's not a defensive midfielder, bro. He's not, bro. He's not, and definitely Arteta doesn't know how to use him well. So that's another thing. Yeah. So it's not all about putting him in the midfield. It's all about also knowing how to use the player in your team, because you're taking the blessings that Merino is actually scoring goals and doing quite well in the Spanish national team. He is taking the blessings, but in your own team, he's not scoring it week in, week out. How about him scoring week in, week out? Because when he plays for Spain, he's scoring. And please don't give me that garbage about, oh, the Spanish national team, they hold the ball, they have ball possession, they pass the ball all around, they play in a very expansive way. People, I'm not buying that. Arsenal have possession of the ball most times. The only games where we don't have superior ball possession in this season is probably maybe the game against Liverpool, and slightly in that game against Man United and Newcastle. In all other games, we've had ball possession. In all other games, we've had the space. So don't tell me anything about space. We have space here for any member of the team to actually exploit. And people, yeah, I'm not even having this conversation, yeah. But Merino is not a player that actually needs lots of space to actually cause chaos in the box. He's not like Declan Rice that needs lots of space to actually take a shot. It's not like Rice that needs so much space to actually exploit things, or to get movement going on. But he is, yeah, an aerial merchant. He is an aerial battler. He's that kind of guy. He doesn't need space. I looked at the goals he scored for Arsenal. He doesn't need space. You see 2-3 players marking him in the box, and if he gets his head to latch onto that ball to score goals. So under no circumstance should anyone tell me that the Spanish national team play in such a flamboyant way, in such a mobile way, that they have so much space. And no. Even in his goals when he scored against all these teams in Europe, yeah, with Spain, yeah, Merino, he doesn't even need space. Three to four men are marking Merino and managed to get in his headers into the net, bro. Clean, neat. Man doesn't need space. He doesn't even need possession. Look the ball up top. And again, this is the problem with Mikel Arteta. People, this is a problem with Arteta ball, people. This is the problem, yeah. For Gyökeres to work, yeah, you need to loop the ball up top for him. He needs passes. He needs service. He's not a shitty striker. It's just the situation. It's the framework that it's not just working. This is the thing. The framework is not just working for him to get goals. And my sports world, yeah, we're getting the wins now. We're getting the wins now, yeah. That's why Gyökeres is getting away with these games that he's looking bad in, that he's looking gross in. If we start dropping points, God forbid, I want my team to win the league this season. And I've predicted that we'll win the league this season because I think we have a team, not because of the manager, but I think we have a team that was given to us by Andrea Beta that can actually compete this season on all fronts and win the league because we have the squad depth and we have quality in depth to actually help us win the season. So I'm going for a win this season. Apart from that, I also have concerns about our manager and how he runs things and how he runs the football club and how he runs the fitness levels. I mean, just look at Odegaard. Man is completely banged up. Man can't even play. And that's our most creative player in it. So injury-wise, this man can't even manage the injuries. Yeah? Throw away injury-wise or fitness levels of the team, yeah? But, I mean, we're looking at MERINO, yeah, was having all these things to do with the Spanish national team. Throw away the GA. Just take only the G, yeah? Remove the A. Remove the assist. Definitely, MERINO was actually assisted in couple of games in the internationals. But throw that away. I'm not even talking about him being an assister. I'm talking about him being a goal scorer, a legit finisher for the Spanish national team. Yeah, and we can't replicate that at Arsenal. I think this is disingenuous. I think this is wicked. I think this is evil if we cannot get the best out of our own player, but for countries, it's killing these teams in Europe. Not that he's doing it in Asia and CONCACAF. Not that he's doing it in the Americas in CONCACAF, sorry. Not that he's doing it in Asia. Not that he's doing it in Saudi Arabia. Man, he's doing it against teams in Europe, bro. It's causing this mayhem to teams in Europe. So why can't we use MERINO, trick the system a bit, play him in behind Gyökeres if Gyökeres is bereft of confidence or bereft of ideas. Play him in behind Gyökeres in a way, trick the system in a way. Make it work. Make it work. Just make it work. We can't be out here, man is scoring goals. Arsenal fans are calling him a defensive midfielder, and you and me know he's not. Because the Spanish national team have actually shown us that man is not a defensive midfielder. Man is an attacking midfielder. Man can score goals. Oh, my days, bro. Bro, people, yeah, don't get me started, yeah. I mean, I'm pained. I was so angry. I mean, it's good to celebrate when, Spain is playing out and all these other countries are playing, bro. I mean, it's good to do all these things, yeah. But I was in so much pain and so much hurt when MERINO was netting 2 goals more. Bro, 6 goals in 4 competitive games for Spain. Who are you? I mean, who are you that you don't, which team are you? If he's scoring with Spain, who are you? Who are you to question MERINO as a finisher? If he's playing for the La Röja, who are you? Which country are you from? Yeah? Which country are you from? Where are you from? If he's banging for Spain, yeah? Top level for Spain, yeah? I want him to do that for Arsenal. How about that? Yeah? So, Arteta, instead of you taking the blessings for yourself, yeah? And clapping out there and taking all the plaudits for MERINO scoring goals, yeah? And blitzing European teams, yeah, for the Spanish national team. Instead of you to be clapping and saying that you were the cause, that you did that you ignited that. That's false. It's a pure lie. It's not true. Far from the truth. Start utilizing Mikel MERINO. use him in this team and get the best out of him. Start using him to score goals. Start using him. He's a very valid member. And people, I don't want to hear any Arsenal fan telling me he's a defensive. He's not. He's a valid player of this team. I think he has been unfairly critiqued in this Arsenal squad. It's part and parcel of this team. He's been a winner. MERINO is a winner. He has the Spanish... bro, people, don't let me start going into all these things. He's won the Spanish Cup. Yeah? With Real Sociedad. Yeah? He's won the UEFA Nations League, people. Yeah? He's won the Under-19 championship. He's won the Under-15 championship. He went to the Olympics. He had an Olympic medal to show for all these things. He's won the European Cup. Yeah? People. He's won the European Cup with the Spanish national team. People, he's a winner. MERINO is a winner, people. He's a winner. So, I mean, all this fly spy talk, yeah, that MERINO can't cut it in a team like Arsenal, you are lying. That's a pure lie. I mean, you have to bring the conversation to where that hurts. And where that hurts is Mikel Arteta hasn't used this guy to the best, I mean, MERINO, to the best of his abilities. That's where I end my argument. And of course, I'll get through some comments that we have here. I'm sorry, people, I'm so impassioned about this thing because I'm so vexed when MERINO, I mean, I keep seeing all these goals. I keep seeing MERINO scoring in and out. And people is getting these goals with ease. I mean, the goals is even scoring for Arsenal, yeah, people, yeah. It's even struggling, people. It struggles when it scores with Arsenal, people. I mean, it literally struggles. When I see him play with Spain, man is not struggling, bro. Those goals come easy. I mean, it's easy, cheesy, breezy. Man is just putting the goals into the net. It doesn't need to struggle, bro. Oh my days, bro. I mean, I was hurt. I was hurt seeing him score those goals, bro. Moss says he can finish, and that's the truth. Man can finish. Man can finish, bro. And then Moss says here, haven't seen Nkape yet. Nkape is, I think, is fit, locked and ready to come play in that game against Fulham. So I think he would feature in that matchup against Fulham. He's back from injury, and he'll be playing this weekend at Moss. And Mosquera, we stacked. Yeah, we stacked. We're stacked. I do agree. But Moss, I've actually said that we're going to win the league this season, bro. I think we win. I mean, when you look at Liverpool and how they're struggling with the most expensive player in British history, yeah? I mean, look at Vert. He looks drab. He looks gross. Slot doesn't know what to do with him. Szoboszlai is being played at right back when they need him as a big-time muscle in midfield, and that's his wheelhouse. Man is even scoring for Bulgaria. Oh, my days, people. People, yeah, I mean, see, people, but Lord may it be so. Keep using Szoboszlai in right back. I love it. I want it to be so. They're struggling with Frimpong. They're struggling with their two center backs, bro. I mean, Konate is now J Boogie, and Van Dijk is now Ice Spice. Man is doing the Ice Spice dance when he's meant to be defending against Caicedo. That team is literally cooked. They're in trouble. Look at Salah, bro. Salah will be going to the AFCON competitions very, very soon. Who would they bring in place of him? People, I've not even talked about the injury level yet. When Liverpool starts witnessing one or two injury problems here and there, who would come out to bail them? I mean, who is going to play when Van Dijk goes completely banged up and knocked out, pack out, yeah, with an injury? What happens? Will they bring in Gomez? Do you people think Gomez is even better than Colwill? I don't think so. These people are cooked. They're cooked, people. They're cooked. You can talk about Cody Gapco in any tone you like, but man has been dropped this season. I mean, you can even bring up that conversation about McAllister, but whether he scored 2 goals, yeah, in his sojourn with Argentina just this past international. I mean, think again. And the Liverpool shirt man has literally struggled this season. And please, people, do not tell me that they are not going to miss Allison in goal, people. I mean, you must be drunk if you think they're not going to be missing Allison for a couple of games, yeah, behind the goal, people. Man is completely banged out. He's injured. He might not play. People, these people are playing against Manchester United who need points to survive. I don't think, even if it's at Anfield, I don't think they win that game easily, people. I mean, whole lot of perspectives, and people don't bring in Man City into the equation because those Mans are not winning the league this season. They're not. They're not. Um, of course, how much more can World Top or Prem and 100% Champions League record? Gunnar says Arteta ain't good enough to make it work. Look at Gyökeres, 100 goals in 2 seasons, and now they. Oh my days, Gunners for life. I mean, you get it. You get it. I mean, how can man score nearly up to 100 goals in 2 seasons? Yeah, and man is looking like that against Kosovo. Man can't even score against the worst defense in the Premier League, which is West Ham. I mean, these are worrying starts for Gyökeres. And if I was Mikel Arteta, I would help Gyökeres. Not every player have to die on their shield. Sometimes you have to help them. I mean, that's why you're a manager. You have to come in and help them. Yeah, and you can help him by kicking him up his ass by giving him someone like MERINO to just help him out. Help him out with MERINO. Allow him to sit on the bench. Give him a little bit of competition. Yeah, not sitting him on the bench, but I mean just giving him perspectives to have that kind of competition going on, and then let's see if it could spark something in Victor Gyökeres. Because I still think that there's somewhere deep down where he needs to just tap into, you know, and then the goals will start pouring in. Canada ties on road. 13 Colombia, bring on World Cup. Yeah, Moss. I know you're chilling with the Alfonso coming back. Bayern and Canada, that's where I'm from. Yeah, exactly. Moss Sports World, my brother. And of course, Arteta makes players better. Facts. I mean, bro, I don't even want to enter into all these conversations, bro. They're very divisive in our football club. So I don't even want to talk about that. Moss Sports World said, Zubi wins for Espana too. What a exactly. Zubi is good. I like Zubi. And of course, the assembled asks a question down here. Question: if MERINO is a winner, what is this manager that you believed in then? Assembled. I've been Arteta out. You know this. I've been Arteta out for the past 2 seasons, bro. What? I mean, what are you talking? What? I've never believed in this manager, bro. I only believed in him during the time when I was like, let's give him a chance because we had shocking players in this team. We had Squadron Mustafi, we had Callum Chambers, we had all these stinky players here. Squillaci, we had Mustafi, we had Papadopoulos, we had Callum Chambers. Bro, name all the stinkiest and evil players, yeah, in the last century. Arsenal had them, yeah. All the most demonic players, yeah, in the last decade. We had them. We had them all, yeah. All the old stanky players, yeah, that came down here to play. We had them all, yeah. We had them all. So at the time, Arteta managing the football club, coming into this garbage, into that mess, yeah. I said, okay, I give this manager like 3 years. So anyone that attacked Arteta at that time, I don't take them serious at the time because he's coming to see all that mess. Yeah, you need to give him time to have his own team, to change things up. And again, when he has his own team, then you can critique him. Now, for the past seasons, Arteta has gotten his own team. It's all his own signing. So that's why I'm actually Arteta out right now, because he has his own team, was spent nearly over $1 billion, and man hasn't won us anything. So that is why this is the second season I'm Arteta out. It's not because I hate him per se. I don't hate anyone. I don't have hate for anyone in my heart. But man is not winning trophies. I know people that hate him, yeah, but I'm not in that circle. I don't hate anyone. Yeah, I don't hate Ateta, I don't hate anyone. But the truth there is that man is not winning trophies. And what I need now is trophies. I need trophies. So I want him gone. I want Ateta gone. Because I need a manager that has perspectives and can actually win trophies for us. That's what we need. We need trophies. I need to be happy. I need to, I need to be happy, bro. Yeah, I need to jump. I need to be happy about my team winning something. And Mikel Arteta hasn't done that. However, people, I do think we could win a major trophy this season, despite the manager, and that's due to Andre Berta. This is where I differ from my other mates, who we are in the same circle in a bit. I differ from them, and I don't care if I ruffle feathers around that community in any way. I don't, because I'm my own man. I can make my own decisions, and I can actually say what I like, because I have my own channel. No one, provided I'm not saying your channel, it's not a problem. This is where I differ from these my friends that want Arteta out. I want Arteta out. Although I do think that we've done good business in the summer transfer window. I do think that we could win a major trophy this season, despite having a clueless manager, because I still think we do have winners in this team that can be able to still drag us from the depth and take us to a league winning or a major trophy winning team this season. Just because of the kind of quality that we have now, just because of the depth in squad that we have now and quality in depth that we have right now, and because some of them are actually winners in this team. Zubimendi is a winner. MERINO is a winner. Whether we like it or not, Gyökeres has a winning mentality with what he has been doing for the past 2-3 seasons. He's a winner. He has a winning mentality. He's won in Lisbon. Eze is a winner. He just won the FA Cup. He just won the Charity Shield. He's a winner. He is a winner. Man is a winner. Saliba, Magalhaes, you can't doubt their quality at all. You can't doubt their quality at all. In no way can you doubt it. Timber is the best right back in the whole of the goddamn league. So we do have individual players that can claw us back from this ineptitude of this manager. That's what I think. And it's also in context, because our rivals for the titles are also suffering too. So in tandem with that, since our rivals are also having issues too, and Arsenal has squad in depth, we're looking at a season where Arsenal could be able to fraud their way to winning. Into perspective, other teams around us, how not complete they are. Chelsea, not a complete team. Tottenham Hotspur, not a complete team. Liverpool, one of the most dangerous team, the biggest competitors, but they have problems right now. They're not complete. They're not playing well. Manchester City, their highest goal scorer is the one. Haaland is the one who's holding that team up right now. When he goes down the drain, when he misses 1 or 2 games, what happens? I mean, that momentum all shifts all through. So what are we talking about? So if Man City is not going to compete, if Liverpool keep having these problems, and Salah is going to AFCON, That leaves one team at the head of the park and people. That's Arsenal. We can look into perspectives where Tottenham, you know, can get something, but I mean, they have big issues on their own too. So I mean, it is what it is at this point, isn't it? Um, let's see what our guys here are saying. Um, Tottenham GOAT, my guy. He says Tottenham 3, Aston Villa 2. Yeah, Tottenham GOAT. I do think you're going to win that match against Aston Villa. Aston Villa is shaky, man. They're really shaky. Ole Watkins isn't really firing on all cylinders. They look weak. I don't know what's going on with Aston Villa, man. You know, that team looks cooked. The Assembled says, I'm not at that in. The Assembled. What are you saying? I have been a Teterat for 2 seasons. The Assembled, I'm shocked you're saying this, man. Because you've always been on my channel. You know I've been a Teta out. But anyway, you say you're a Teta in. You're defending him, Tony. Maybe you're not aware how you can say Arsenal can win the Premier League title without believing in him. No, I've been very clear about this. I've been very clear about this. I want Arteta out. There's no hidden Arteta out. It's time to go. It doesn't get clearer than that. December, I'm shocked you're saying this. I've been Arteta out for 2 seasons now. And again, it's not and I would not be Arteta out for the reasons other people want him out. I don't hate anyone. I'm not a hater. I don't hate anyone. Yeah? I'm out because man is not winning trophies for Arsenal. And at the end of the day, that is what we want at the end of the day as Arsenal fans. However, I do think, because we're saying that because we hate Arteta, then the team is not good. I don't think so. It doesn't work in that way. So you're now saying that Andre Berta did nothing for the team. That's what you're saying, the Assembled. But again, the Assembled, I mean, we can go back and forth because me too, I do lay these allegations on you at times. So I'll take what you've done. I'll take what you've done. No problems, man. Because sometimes when you dish these things out, you have to take it yourself. So I humbly take, your harsh criticisms of me too, but it's all good. But I mean, put into perspective that I've been Mikel Arteta out since, and I take no pride in saying that, but it is what it is. It's just because of he's not winning me trophies. I want trophies. I want a manager. I think the better managers out there that could actually put us on a competitive edge in using this team that we've got right now to actually win lots of trophies for us. So you need to understand that perspective. So that is where I differ from many of my mates that are Arteta out. I'm Arteta out, yeah, but I'm not born the system. I'm Arteta out, but I am like, we have a team right now, in spite of the manager, we can still get something done. I've seen many teams that the manager is I wouldn't say persona non grata. I would just say he's a figurehead, and the team literally just do their thing and they win league titles. I've seen Pep Guardiola with a Barcelona team with Sergio Busquets, Iniesta, Pedro, and Messi win league titles without Pep Guardiola doing a thing. Man just sits down on the bench, and this man, they win league titles. So I mean, I'm not comparing the Arsenal team to that, but I'm just saying that I've actually literally seen, bro, even in the 90s, bro, I've seen AC Milan teams, yeah, I've seen Juventus teams, yeah, win without the manager being the so-called shiny suit managers, bro. So I mean, you could say all these things the way you want, yeah, but players could actually still having players that have a monster mentality, and having that quality can still get you out the rubble. I've seen a Tottenham team, yeah, go on to win the Europa League. And I don't even really rate Ange Postecoglou. So how about that? Yeah, sometimes it could just be the mentality of the team at the time. Yeah, and I don't even rate Ange Postecoglou. And man has got them an Europa League a cup. So December, what are you talking about? I've seen managers that are not so good, that are not so blessed, yeah, and they still go on to win things. So I mean, let's put some perspective to what. And of course, my guy Gunner for Life 82 says, "Rest in peace, Code. It's time to go, Ateta." I mean, it's clear as day. Tottenham Goat says Tottenham winning this week, but Arsenal lose 2-1. I hear you. The Assembled says, "For life, according to Tony, we will win the league." Yeah, I think we'll win the league. I think we'll win the league. I think, and again, you have to put context into what I've said. Every other team around us are struggling. That's number one. Liverpool are struggling. They don't look good. And we all know that the focal point of many Premiership winning teams is your defense and your bench. They don't have squad in depth right now. The players they brought in looks they're struggling. The first 11 are literally struggling. Salah is struggling. McAllister is struggling. Cody Gakpo is struggled this season. Only person putting them on the face of the map is Ekitike. Szoboszlai is used out of position. McAllister is done and gone. Van Dijk looks like Ice Spice right now. Konate is J Boogie in some sense. I mean, that whole team, yeah. The clowns right now. Let's call a spade a spade. We have Man City, who people think that they could creep up and win that league. I mean, you could say all these things you want, but the only person putting the glue together in that Manchester City team is Erling Haaland, who is actually scoring goals now, and he has half of the goal haul this season, bro. Imagine what happens to that Man City comeback when Haaland just gets a few knocks here and there. And you can't tell me he can't get this knocks because man has played the Club World Cup. Man is playing and bailing them out in this Carabao Cups. They will have the FA Cup. They still have the Champions League. They will be completely stretched to the limit. And I don't think they have the so-called depth that Arsenal have got this season. They're in real trouble. So you could see that our two biggest rivals for the title this season look completely banged up, bro. One can't even totally defend at all. They've conceded goals in almost every game they've played this season. That's Liverpool, bro. I mean, what's the whole confidence level with these guys winning the league this season? And again, when you put that into context and you see Arsenal, we have squad in depth. Bro, we've not even reached the limits of what Eze can give us this season. We've not reached the limits of what Merino can give us. We've not reached the limits of what Declan Rice could give us this season. We haven't even really started with Go Getters. Why don't you think we can do something in spite of us having a very, very, very shady manager? Just saying. Gunner's says, "I don't doubt the team. I doubt our inept." Exactly. Good. Oh, yes, exactly. Oh, yeah, yes. Gunner for life. Bro, how do I make Gunners for life? Yes, Gunners for life. You're also my moderator. Yes, standard moderator. I just like the way. I mean, you're not biased. You just say your mind, and that's how I like doing my thing. You have your own ideas. I mean, you say as it is. I mean, bro, I like this, bro. Big up to you, Gunners for Life. You are now an official moderator on my channel. Same thing goes to the Assembled because of the contributions, he has brought to my channel. The Assembled has brought lots of contributions to my channel. Single-handedly, this guy has helped me out. I could be alone here I remember when I used to be alone here doing streams, the Assembled would be the only one with me down here. Him and Drew. These two, I highly respect them. And Gunners for Life is becoming that person too. So big up to you, man. I really appreciate you. And I really appreciate your penchant for the truth. I mean, you just want to say it as it is. Yeah, and I like it. I like it. You don't have to be part of any herd mentality or be a member of any gang or anything. I mean, you could just have your own say in every given topic. You don't have to have this crowd mentality. Sometimes I just like individuality. Yeah, have your own ideas as an individual person. You don't have to be controversial. I'm not saying that, but sometimes you just have to just say it because you believe that that's what you think. Just have a say, and I agree with you. And of course, the assembled says, "Relax, Tony. I'm joking with you. I know, but the assembled, you got me on that one. I'm gonna lay accusations on you. I'm gonna lay accusations on you later on." It says, "90s was a different time, Tony. Football was about the players, not the manager and his system." Yeah, exactly. I do agree with you. The assembled. Storm Steel says, "Bro, the day Ateta goes, I'm taking a sick day off work to celebrate. Make it happen, universe." I mean, people, I mean, see, people, yeah, I don't want to be a hater. I don't want anyone to call me a hater. I mean, I don't want that nomenclature that, oh, you want Ateta, you're a hater. No, that's not how I want it to be. I wanted to just put perspectives into it. Has man won us trophies? The answer is no. Yeah, he's won one FA Cup, but that's not enough. When you equate what he has spent, the players he's brought into the football club, the kind of hand that has been extended to him in this football club, how he has run this football club, and what we're getting. Bro, it doesn't tally. We need trophies. I need to be joyous. I want to win. How about that? And man hasn't done it. So it's on that basis I'm saying I want him out. Not on the basis that I hate him. Not on the basis that I just want to be a hater. Or I want to cause division with the football club and its fan base. Or I have an agenda. The answer is no. I have no inclination to do all that. Yeah, because I'm a gentleman and I don't engage in such unscrupulous activities. But anyway, what I want is standards for my football club. By the way, that's what I want. I want my team to win the league. I want my team to compete heavily in European competitions and actually, by the way, win the Champions League, because that's one title that has eluded us in Europe. Yeah. And all these cup games, yeah, like the FA Cup, the Carabao, I want to win them all. I want to win them all. And sincerely, this is why also I want the manager out. This manager has disrespected the FA Cups, bro. Man has disrespected the Carabao Cup people, yeah, bro. Yeah. I mean, how can we have that? Man has disrespected all these cup games. All of them. I mean, all of them. He's disrespected all of them. And this is the reason why my heart is so cold on Mikel Arteta. It's so cold on him. He's disrespected all these cup competitions. I mean, if we're not winning the titles, yeah, we should be winning the FA Cup. We should be winning the Carabao Cup. We should be competing. I'm not saying that there's a bigger fish to fry. It is because of all these things, yeah, my heart has grown cold to Mikel Arteta. And that's why I want him out. Not because I hate him, not because I want to cause a rancor with the fan base, or not that I want to cause division. I don't want any of that. What I want is standards for my football club. What I want is trophies for my football club. That's why. It's just based on footballing reasons. That's why. And Gunners for Life says, thanks for the mod status. It's an honor. Yeah, big up to you, Gunners for Life 882, because your contributions, I love your contributions, bro. I respect what you say. You really say it as it is. I really like it that also. It says, I love my club for over 30 years plus and always will. Exactly. Thanks, Tom Steele. Yeah, and Tom Steele says one FA Cup with with Emery's team and two glorified dinner plates for friendly matches is not trophies. He's just not the guy. Never was. Getting a winning manager, not a pretender. I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, we can clearly see it that he's not winning trophies, so it's not like it's hidden or bro, man has not won trophies. There's no how you can defend this. I mean, you can't defend this, bro. We need trophies. I mean, and again, this is one thing that many people are not denying this season. Many people are not denying the fact that he needs to win a trophy this season. I mean, I've spoken with brother Igal. You know, even Igal agrees. Even Igal agrees. This season that I mean, Ateta has to win. Igal agrees that he has to win. He has to win something, bro. If he doesn't win anything this season, bro, I mean, but I have this feeling that if Mikel Arteta kind of like wins the Carabao Cup and bumps in all other competitions, I think the management will keep him. They will look for every reason under the rock to actually keep him there. That's what I think. From what I can honestly see, Arsenal are in the game of football, but they are running a business. Trophies. A business. Trophies are not important to give. This half-wit manager contract is beyond ridiculous. I mean, it doesn't cut it. Thank you for that perspective, the assembled man. I mean, it doesn't cut it, man. It doesn't cut it. And please, Arsenal, no more renewal of his contract unless he wins us a trophy, man. Because I'm hearing rumors that Arsenal might beg him with another contract, bro. I mean, those rumors are swirling. I'm hearing it here and there that the owners are going to beg him to give him a new contract, and I mean, don't do this, Arsenal. Please don't do this, bro. Don't do this, Arsenal, bro. Don't do this. I mean, allow the man win a trophy, man. I mean, allow him win a major before you go begging him to stay at the football club. Oh my God, bro, we're shameless, bro. We're shameless, bro. We're shameless. Bro, I hear you. I feel the same way. But I will go to war for my club to get this messiah of mediocrity and his cult following out of there. They make the rest of us OG fans hate this Pira merch club. I mean, it's painful, man. It's painful, bro. It's painful because all we just need is to see our team win. I mean, win trophies, man. At the end of the day, that's what we want. Deep in our heart, it's not like we want to sit back and hate on anyone or sit back and critique anyone. We just want to sit back and know that, oh, okay, when the conversations, we're winning trophies, not just competing. The way this manager is made competing looks like it's trophies. There's a difference between competing and there's a difference between competing and winning. You need to win. Competing is not winning. Competing is, oh, okay, I'm in those circles. I nearly got there, but I nearly got there doesn't mean you're there. I nearly got there doesn't give you anything. It doesn't give the fans anything. It doesn't give us any joy. There's no joy, and I nearly got there. In competing, there's no joy. Where the joy really lies, as a fan of any football club, is not coming second. It's not being competitive in the Champions League. No. It's not being in the semi-finals or being in the finals of the Champions League. No. Where the true happiness lies for any fan of any fan base is in the truth that you competed for a competition and that you won that competition. That is where true joy lies for any fan in any fan base of any football club supporting its football club. It's in the joys, it's in the rhythm of you dancing and sipping champagne to you winning a major trophy in your football club. And with that, people, I would say thank you for joining us today. Thank you for being with us today. And people, yeah, this is what I mean. For those of you who stuck down here with me, big ups to you, man. Because the truth is not what people really like to hear. People know me. The assembled knows me. He knows that, when it comes to critiquing this manager, I'm there. I critique the manager, but he also knows I like my team. He also knows that I want to win. So when I see Arsenal win, I'm joyous. When it's time to say, hey, support your team, I'm there. But when it comes to critically having a look at the team and critiquing some certain things to be tweaked, that needs to be fine-tuned, I have to say as it is. I mean, I have to be in that conversation. Nothing is totally white, nothing is totally black. Nothing is, nothing is nothing is as people want you to see it. It's all a smoke screen. All these people want us to see that Mikel Arteta is getting us to compete, but then they get in the fact that competition is not winning. You literally have to win. You have to win. The assembled says they'll renew contract in Jan. I think so. People, I think so. I right now, and as we speak, in fact, people, I've heard. I don't want you to ask me what I heard. I heard that the management is actually begging Mikel Arteta to sign a new deal before December. People, that's what I've heard. Yeah, I won't name names. I won't say anything, but this is what I've heard. I've heard that they're begging. Literally, I mean, they're on their knees, literally begging Mikel Arteta to sign on the dotted line. So, and I'm like, is this manager a UEFA Champions League winning manager that Arsenal would literally be begging this man to actually sign a new deal? January, just as we look like we can win the league, the January window will close. We'll buy nobody. Then the injuries will stack. Oops, second or fourth in the league and no trophies. I mean, yeah, man. But again, there could also be trophies too. The assembled. That's a difference, brother. That's a difference. But Gunners for Life 82 says, thanks for your time, Tony, and the community. Big up to you, Gunners for Life 82. Thanks, bro. I really appreciate that. Storm Steel says, we already know the script, the assembled. It's so predictable. I can't even with that. It's a madness. I mean, oh my days, bro. I mean, but well, people, yeah, let's look onto the bright side. That's all I would say. Let's just look onto the bright side. We're top of the league now. I'm not having tongue twisters at this time. I'm not setting a party. I'm not setting a jamboree. But all I'm just saying is that we are at that position where we can literally just sit back and build up on what we've done right now. We had one of the hardest start to the league season, and we're top of the league now. I think it counts for something. Let's see where we can go. Let's see where we can go. Deep in my mind, I still do think that we have a team. At least we have the depth to actually carry us. There's no excuses this season. He has his team. He has a striker. He has everything he wanted. So let's see. No excuses. He has to win. Standards are true. Storm says, okay, Storm, I've already read that one. The Assembly says, his new contract will coincide with the upgrade, the new stadium. He will oversee that. Highbury and Emirates history. Totally separate. Oh, my days, bro. Imagine, bro. They want to make Arteta, a legend so bad. I mean, the owners of the club want to make him a legend so bad. They want to build a statue for him so bad. I mean, but it is what it is, people. It is what it is. See, people, thanks. I have to go ref a game this night. I have a couple of games this week, to ref, and yeah, it is what it is. So I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon. I might just pop in and just shout a little bit, but let's see. It depends, you know. But people, thanks for joining me. Big up to the assembled. Storm Steel, I respect you guys. Gunners for Life 82, big up to you, my brother, my new moderator. Thanks for everything you guys do, and big up Stumps too. I really appreciate you popping in here. And of course, whenever you just make sure you put that notification button on so that anytime my shows is going on, come and support me, man, and help my channel out, and get the truth out there, and I can't promise you that I would always be you know, overtly critical. I can't promise you that, but I promise you that I would always say the truth at all times. That's one thing I can always promise. I will try and be very factual, try and be very truthful at all times. So big ups to you, Storm Steel, and thanks everyone for joining me today. And I'll catch you guys. And people, I'll be having a watch along, people, on Saturday. Big matchup at Kevin Cottage. We need to win that matchup. There's no question about that. We need to put that pressure. Big pressure on Liverpool right now that they're swimming and dancing with the devil right now. Let's swim with the angels up there. Yeah, let's sing with the angels up there rather than dancing with the devil right now. We need to win Fulham. We need to beat them. We need to pummel them. We need to send a message to all these other, clowns in the league that, hey, this is the message Arsenal is sending right now. We need a big win on Saturday. We need to mash them up. We don't need to concede. We need to mash them up properly, people. Mind you, Fulham is one of those places where we dropped points last season and where most of our title-winning buzz went down the drain alongside West Ham. So it is very, very, very important that Arteta, you have to rile up these boys. How about that? Yeah? Do some freaking job, Mikel Arteta. Do something. Yeah? Don't just lazy about taking credit for Mikel Merino somewhere else where he's dropping goals and dropping dimes, and in your team, you're not using him to the best of his abilities. Yeah? Stop all that. Yeah? Rile up the boys. Let them get to win this matchup against Fulham. At least do something, Mikel. Arteta. Yeah? Please. Do something. Yeah, do your job. Do your job. It's simple as that. Yeah, get the boys working. Let them understand that we need to win this game against Fulham. It's a must win. No draws. Must win. We need to pile that pressure right now on Liverpool. Yeah, and I think we played that game before that Liverpool game. So, in other words, pile the pressure on Liverpool. Let them car with fear when they play against Manchester United on Sunday. How about that, people? Yeah? Put more pressure on them. Let them let them bend down in fear. Yeah? More pressure on Liverpool. That's what we need. Arteta, up to you. Let's see what you do on Saturday. Big up to everyone who joined us. Storm Steel says, big up Tony and the chart. And of course, Storm Steel also says, Arsenal A team versus Arsenal B team. Let's go. Let's freaking go, people. Let's go. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today. As for me, Anthony Clark, Grunner Crew, we are out. Peace, people. Peace.